Hey Beauty Warriors, welcome back to Battle Tested Beauty. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Nicole. I try on and review makeup and I test it out in sweaty settings. Today I've got a battle test up for you. You'll notice that my face is mostly done. So I'm running into some headwear issues today. I'm really riding the struggle bus. I did film myself putting on all this makeup. And for some reason, it filmed in a completely whack aspect ratio, so we won't be using that. But hey, that's fine. Let's actually get to the point of this video, Nicole. So today I've got a battle test of Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. Estee Lauder Double Wear is quietly Jiu Jitsu women's secret weapon. So a lot of women have told me that Estee Lauder Double Wear stays while they do Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, or at least it stays reasonably well. Now, Estee Lauder Double Wear claims to be transfer resistant, which definitely contributes to it lasting through Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. So I want to see how well it transfers, or how well it lasts. So I'm going to do a transfer test. I've got it on my face right now. I've let it dry down quite a bit. That seems to be what the internet tells you to do if you ever want to powder it or anything like that. It does dry down though, but it takes a really long time. I've had it on my skin now. I'm wearing the color Wheat, by the way. 3N2, which I think is a little too neutral for me. I'm feeling a little red, but that's okay. Feeling a little pink. Do I want to put on bronzer? I don't think I'm even going to put on bronzer because I think bronzer is what's going to wear off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set it a little bit with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. This is a perfectly white powder. It's actually like white, like it'll make you a little bit casty. And then you buff it out and that's okay. And I have no concealer down, nothing of that sort. I have pretty neutral eyes on. Like, you can't even tell on there. It's like the softest cut crease ever, like a half cut crease. If you're not familiar with Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, let me just break it down real quick. So Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is a relatively modern martial art. It is a full contact grappling martial art. So its whole purpose is to submit the opponent, or at least not allow them to submit you at the very least, but the purpose is to submit your opponent. Using a series of submissions. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is constantly growing, which is one of the reasons why I really love it. It is constantly developing. It is not mired in the tradition trap. It's not a perfect sport, but it is a beautiful, beautiful martial art. I love it very much. I've been training it for many years. I'm still a blue belt, despite training it for like almost 7 years, but that's besides the point. We talk about injuries and taking time off. Moving forward. Traditionally, you would do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in a gi, which is a really heavyweight weaved fabric. And the gi would be used for submission. So you can grab the lapel of the gi and choke people with it. You can control their arms with it. You can control their legs with their pants. And then there's also no-gi Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is grappling without the gi. And it holds very closely to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Folks that don't train a lot of no-gi kind of poo-poo on no-gi a little tiny bit and say it's not Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've trained both. I've trained more no-gi than gi. It is definitely still Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's just a little different. It's a little closer to catch wrestling, I suppose. I'm going to powder my face while I do all this talking. So for purposes of this video, my partner and I are going to be wearing a white Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gi. And we will roll. So we'll probably have maybe 3-minute rounds. I don't know. We'll talk about it. My friend is a brown belt out of Toronto no-gi here in Toronto. And he is more than willing to come beat me up a little tiny bit. He definitely outranks me by quite a bit. Fun story, he got his purple belt in the same day that I got my blue belt. And now he's a brown belt now, and that is the power of training regularly. I don't get to train Jiu-Jitsu as regularly as I would like to. I'm just pressing in some Laura Mercier translucent powder just to finish off setting the whole face. So yeah, he's also a MMA fighter. But anyways, I'll introduce you to him later. It's not really important right now. Right now, I want to talk to you a little bit about the Estee Lauder Double Wear. So the box claims that Double Wear is a stay-in-place makeup and lasts 24 hours. Proven 24-hour staying power, looks fresh and flawless. Stays color true. Feels lightweight and so comfortable. Not true. I can feel it on my face. You won't believe it's long wear. Transfer resistant, that's what I'm about today. Lasts through heat and humidity, very important. Medium to full coverage, yeah, pretty much. I actually put it on a little too heavy all along like here, and it took, like, you can see it, you know, like it's heavy, it's there. Won't clog pores, oil controlling, oil free, fragrance free, dermatologist and ophthalmologist. The eye doctor is tested by an eye doctor. So all these claims. I've worn this just in regular wear several times now. I'm kind of undecided if I like it, to be completely honest. It doesn't help that I've got the wrong color. I've always got the wrong color of foundation. It's a thing. It's a thing. I find it gets really greasy and sits into my pores, especially if I powder it. So I'm powdering it today because I want something to do while I was on the camera. And I think it would help it stay down a little bit better. Hopefully, I'm not going to get too greasy between now and then. I find the coverage it's pretty thick. Like, it's a thick powder to begin, or thick powder. I'm putting powder on. It's a thick foundation to begin with. It moves difficult as well too. Was that right grammar? Was that correct grammar? It's difficult to move around, I find. Once it starts to set, it's setting. You know, like, I don't know. I wouldn't go in with a second layer with this stuff. Yeah, I don't think I would try with a second layer on with the double wear. Although the internet tells me that you can, but I don't think I have that kind of skin or skill, or I don't know what. Okay, so we're powdered. I feel a lot less tacky. It took, like, I'm gonna say about 45 minutes for the double wear to dry down on me. So that was yeah, it takes a little while. Again, I suggest you wait a little tiny bit, especially if you have fine lines. Let that stuff dry first. Pat out your fine lines as you go. Just like get up a little extra early in the morning, I guess. Put it on and pat that out as you're getting ready for the rest of the day. I like the way the double wear sits on my skin for the most part, but I'm not a full coverage person to begin with. So the cakey thing, it never feels good or looks good to me. I always feel like I did something wrong when, like, oh, that's how it's supposed to look. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, so my face is down. Everything's done. I'm done talking. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go to the gym, put our gi on, and get rolling and see how much of this Estee Lauder double wear actually transfers onto a nice white gi. So I'll catch you at the gym. Hey Beauty Warriors, I'm here at Apex Sun Show Team. It's a loud kids class, so apologies for the sound, but I'm here with my good friend Nicoya. He's a brown belt under Robert Drysdale and Ian Fremantle at Toronto No Gi. He's been kind enough to help me out by letting me get my makeup all over his gi while he beats me up in Jiu Jitsu, because he's way better at it than I am. Hi. Hi. Okay, so we're just going to get right to it. Okay, see you guys. Beauty Warriors, so this is obviously not the same day of training. Some family emergency came up. Take care of your family first. Not mad about it at all. We can talk about it the next day. So Estee Lauder double wear Foundation, gym approved, absolutely. So you can see that there's foundation wear off on the front of his gi a little bit, on his arms for sure, definitely on the back of the leg from fighting off some arm bars and all that jam. So you can see that there is there's already existing staining, just so you know. This happened on its way out of the washing machine. There just was no time to wash it again. It'll wash back out again, but I'm annoyed, but whatever. Dirty washing machines and apartment buildings. Such is life. So I'm not going to say that the double wear didn't wear off, but afterwards I looked all right. I didn't have any concealer, bronzer, or blush on because I didn't want to have that rubbing off on the gi as well too. So we got just pure rub off, and a little tiny bit of my eye makeup I think came off too. But we've got just pure rub off from the foundation itself on the back of the leg, on the arms, and a little tiny bit on the front, it looked like. This is really good. Any woman who's ever rolled Brazilian Jiu Jitsu while wearing foundation could tell you that it comes off so bad. Like, I've had people mad at me that my makeup was on their gi. So this is really, really good. Gym approved, guys. I felt like it wore off quite a bit on my face. Again, I didn't have anything else on with it, so it wasn't quite as stark, but my training partner, Nicoya here, said that it looked fine. You know, he said it didn't seem like much had come off. Mind you, he's, you know, the dudest of dudes, so I could show up with, like, sunscreen not rubbed in. He'd be like, hey, you look great. You gonna roll? I don't know if we'll trust that one. I could look better, but I have definitely left training looking way worse. Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation is definitely gym approved. If it's lifting even, you're fantastic. I think you can swim in this. I'm like, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure you can swim in this just fine. Dance, yeah, you want to do salsa or bachata and all that kind of stuff, you're good to go. This is going to stay on. This is an all-day makeup for sure. I'm going to get some good use out of it, probably a little less thick than how I put it on again today. This is pretty thick today, but the coverage was way better, I gotta say. Just don't get really close to me because it's pretty obvious that I've got heavy makeup on. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I had a lot of fun filming it. Please don't forget to subscribe before you go. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and like it down there with that little thingy there. Watch a few other videos if you're feeling it, and I'll see you again in another video very, very soon. Okay, guys. Thank you. Bye.